Hello, it's me, Limitless Liger. I'm here again, streamer. Um, I swear I'm a streamer. Uh, YouTuber. A little sick today, but I'm doing all right. Glad to be here. Ray, take it away.
Hello, everyone. I am Kevin. Hello, everyone. I am Kevin. I am from across the pond, as you can probably tell. I'm glad to be back in this game with Ray. Looking forward to picking up where our group dynamics left off last time. We were just starting to get a good feel for each of us' character, I feel, although Kale not quite getting to feel Astrea yet.
Yeah, no, probably not for
Don't phrase it like that.
There's gotta be some character development for anything like that happens.
Whatever. Um, yeah. So thanks a lot, Ray. Looking forward to this, and let's solve this mystery, I guess.
Hi, I'm Detdet. You can find me at StrugglePunk2 on Twitch, StrugglingPunk on Twitter, and StrugglePunk on Blue Sky. Yeah, I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm never going to stop calling it Twitter. I'm just as a quick reminder, I'm playing Astrea, a Shadarkai fighter. And I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a good time. I really enjoyed our party dynamics last time, and I'm looking forward to seeing where the hell this mystery goes.
I am Mike with Threadwell Gaming. I am I wanna be at this point, variety streamer. I haven't streamed myself other than recently in Dale and Dawson Stationary Supplies. I haven't really streamed too much just because of life, but I am just kind of the one outlier of the group because I don't know any of these guys as well as I should, but I'm just here to have fun and hopefully that's about it. But in game at least, I am just a normal human bard. I will say that.
Damn. Oh. What? Oh no.
It was like 4 minutes of monologue.
Oh.
No.
Jesus,
It's okay.
that's-
It's okay. All right, I'll go through it again. I'll go
Brilliant.
through it again. The Shield Scouts
I'm gonna
are
use the bathroom real quick.
our group is part of the Shield. Honestly, that intro was terrible, so I'm glad to redo it. Our group is part of the Shield Scouts, which are a group of a subset of the Shield Bearers, and is essentially a scout program for younger kids of the Radiant Citadel. Their scout leader, Canon Tapuri, is a very scattermind individual who completely forgot that he had scoutmaster duties today and had instead been volunteered to work at Subsunco, doing basically escort for some of the markets. So he doesn't want to disappoint these kids, so he agrees to take them down to Subsunco so that they can have at least a little bit of scoutly activities. There's some fun to be had down there at the Dinsing Night Market, which is a sprawling and beautiful market, unlike anything they've seen at the Radiant Citadel. They managed to get some food, some trinkets. They even managed to have a little bit of a Taroka reading and a puppet show. But it quickly comes to find out that there is something afoot in the night market. A young kobold is accused of being a thief, and when questioned by the Shield Scouts when they find him, he explains that he was only taking back an item that was previously stolen. He claims that Sepsuk Seafood has had several items stolen by Tianmo Noodles, but when the Scouts investigate Tianmo Noodles, they claim the opposite, that Sepsuk Seafood is the one stealing from them. Kael and Masayoshi have investigated a little bit and haven't found anything out of the ordinary aside from some Apollo's rubbing the microphone. So if you hear something strange, that's what that is. Aside from some sticky web or some sticky silk. And that's where we're going to begin. Kael and Masayoshi, you guys are returning to Astrea and Flips after having found this strange silk. And Astrea and Flips, you are currently... Astrea, you're still holding the kobold, who is... He's calmed down. Yeah. He's calmed down considerably.
That's fine. I'm still
going
like
to go
that.
take the
Listen,
back to his
I'm not
mom.
letting. No. Listen, until we have an idea of what's going on here, I'm not letting this kid go.
He's just a kid, man. He's not even fighting anyone.
Yeah, and listen. The second I loosen my grip, the second he decides to dart away. I know how this goes.
I mean, Ray, if I remember correctly, like before the end of the last session, I intimidated this kid so hard that he almost passed out.
You intimidated him by not doing anything. But yes,
you
that
just
is.
I gave him a firm talking to about how he shouldn't worry his mother with this sort of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I just like look at this kid. Kid is like, I'm like looking at this kid, and this kid is petrified, and I'm like, if I let go of him, he will bounce.
I got a 21 on that roll. Can we say that he got kind of scared straight?
Well, as far as you're aware, he definitely looks like he's scared, but like what he does with his own life is out of your control. And you can't
make every decision for this child.
Yeah. You don't know what this kid's gonna do once he leaves. Maybe he's gonna go like mug a kid. Maybe he's gonna like start donate to a food pantry. You don't know, but for now you're pretty sure.
Now that he's afraid, can I persuade him to be a? Can I persuade him to stop worrying his mom and doing crime?
You know, I remember that like part of like the thing last time was that like. Flips was like lecturing this kid and like just about how to be a better person, and I'm like, you know, I thought you were still going with that, and then you're like, no, I stopped a while back, and now we pick back up and you're immediately back at it.
Well, he had to take a little break. He had to rest. There's a cooldown.
I assumed that during our time, like that whole discussion of me lecturing him was happening while the other two were doing their thing.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So like they would come back and I'm still doing.
Yes. So Kael and
well, it's
sorry. Go ahead, Dettet.
Oh, No. Go ahead.
Okay. Kael and Masayoshi, you guys walk in and see about the same scene that you had seen before, where Flips is lecturing this tiny kobold child about the importance of brushing your teeth and always looking both ways when you cross the street.
It's not. No, I want him to just stop stealing and stop worrying his mother with like.
That's basically what I said.
That's not at all what I said.
So Kael and Masayoshi, seeing this, what are you guys up to?
Kyle walks up close to Astrea and just says like, "Hey, Astrea."
It's been
Cool.
5 minutes, Kale. It's been 5 minutes. Please.
So
Bring
you're
it
like
back
you
3 notches. How
Puts his head down, slides left.
you walk up super close to Astrea and therefore are like smothering the kid because Astrea's like holding the kid back with her entire body.
I'm using the kid as like a shield.
As a shield.
Because he is grappled this entire time.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah. Like Kyle would just like, and then just slide to his left a little bit out of the way, not being so close. Masayoshi, do you want to like tell them what we found? Like, whatever. Like, okay. Yeah.
Listen, all we really found is that things are being stolen on both sides of the aisle.
Okay, but like, so they did steal this knife?
Oh well, we also found like this sticky silk web thing, sort of whatever stuff. At the gnome store as well.
But
Astrea starts starts looking over at Flips and starts going to ask a question, but then she realizes like maybe that's like a little racist and like pulls back a second.
Did we manage to collect any of that silk? That sticky stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking as Kael. I should have known
No,
there wasn't
no.
a whatever or a hair flip.
Yeah. If we was able to gather some, then I'd probably just show it between the four of us.
Can I hold it for a second?
Yeah, sure. Like, probably.
Ray, could I make like a nature check to see if I can sort of tell what sort of creature would make this?
Absolutely, and roll with advantage.
Thank you. That's a 16.
16? You definitely know this comes from a spider, but one significantly smaller than your mother.
I would have figured.
Yeah, your mom's not the standard of spider.
It's definitely spider silk. Moth silk doesn't have this sort of stickiness to it.
I mean, do we know if there's like, it's like, okay, so now there's like spiders involved? Like, are they like, and then like I think about what I'm about to say for a second to try to like phrase this in such a way. Are they like
spider?
People spiders? Like, you and your mom, or is it like, are we talking like
I know it's definitely
garden variety?
If you look at the sort of thickness of the strand, you can tell that it came out of like a much finer sort of like abdomen than drider silk. So it's
garden variety.
Something much smaller. It's probably still a pretty large spider, but not like a drider spider.
Like your mom.
All right. Come on, man.
Listen, I just like kind of hold up my hands like, listen, man. I'm still not like 100% sure that your mom is not following us to this market.
And you know what?
She's a little overprotective, is all I'm gonna say.
Well, you know what? I would also be overprotective if I left someone I cared about with Mr. Tapuri.
You know what? That's fair, actually. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Fair point.
So, what we're gonna do with like this kobold like thing?
I think we should take him back to his mom. She can
Yeah,
sort him out.
definitely.
We've taken what he's stolen. He he's hopefully not going to steal again, right?
I
Right
yeah.
at him. I stare
I'm kinda like-
directly into his soul. You're not going to steal again, right?
Oh no, I won't steal. I wouldn't steal again. Not again. Definitely not. No.
So you admit that you have stolen?
Well, the words he said were stolen. I think I just took back what was ours.
Okay, but that's like
Listen, I don't want him to hurt me. He says that
Who
kind of
hurt
quietly.
you? Hurt you?
He says that quiet
Wait,
enough
wait,
to where
wait,
you won't
I-
hear it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But
Can
also,
we,
to
can
be
we
fair,
make like a
he's-
perception roll? I mean,
to-
because I'm grappling this kid. He's right here.
Yeah, to be fair, his whisper, you probably do hear that because his whisper is probably a normal person talk voice.
Yeah.
not
All
sure.
right. All right. I
would
like
never hurt.
pause at that. I pause at that and I'm like wait, who hurt you? And then I kind of glance at Flips. I'm like, he's probably harmless.
Regardless of the circumstances, if we keep him any longer, without us being actual police, we could pick up charges ourselves for false imprisonment.
And I still think that we should probably get the guard involved. I know like I'm assuming I've heard enough of the discussion about what's going on with the stands and how they're kind of competing, but they're both convinced they're the victims in the convinced that they're the victims in the situation, that they've never done anything to mess with the other ones.
From what the kid has been saying, the guard have been involved with this before, and they just haven't done it.
Sure, but it's also one of those things where if we speak up as an outside party, maybe there's something more, if we can verify that both of them seem to be I don't know, it just seems like something that
I think we should talk to his mom.
So, it seems to me that we just need to find more actual proof or evidence that something else is going on, right? Because then, if we can prove that, then we can prove that we're actually ready for getting out of this. So, we can graduate really soon, sort of thing. Again, playing on Astrea, wanting to graduate as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm. And I'm that sounds like a plan. I nod at Flips. You're right. I don't think that we can keep this kid for too much longer. And then I make sure to give his arm a squeeze just to let him know that no, I've still got you. I am not. This isn't me letting you go. This isn't your signal to run away.
I think his mom would be more amenable to speaking with us if we bring him back safe and sound. She's probably worried about him at this point.
So, I think maybe I don't really care, of course, but maybe there's more of this spider silk. Maybe it leads a trail somewhere, and we can maybe try and find it by the gnomes, or maybe we could find it by the kobolds. Because if there's spider silk near the kobolds and at the gnomes, then that's a common thing, right? Whatever.
Yeah, it
We
definitely
don't know
sounds
that.
like there's. It does sound like there's some sort of I'm not sure what the motivation could possibly be. This seems like incredibly small potatoes, but I glanced down at the kid. I'm like, hey, no offense, to be going through all this effort to set up this sort of proxy war, I guess.
I mean, if you were going to talk to my mom, she probably would talk to you, but I don't think the other vendors would talk to you very much.
I think for a second, and I'm like, well, we already sent Kale and Masayoshi already went and like talked to like the two people involved. Do you think maybe Flips and I should like go and talk? Like bring the kid back and bring her and talk. I'm like, and then I stop for a second. I think about it for another second. I'm like, wait, the kid's just gonna let her know that we're all part of the same group. That's a dumb plan. That's a dumb idea I just had.
Wait. I got an idea. You gotta let me go first. I won't run away.
Oh, how about
And
you
I
tell me the
insight.
plan, and then we'll yeah. I'm gonna also roll insight on that.
Yeah,
one
go
real
for
quick.
it.
Give me 2 seconds here. What's my insight? Oh, that's a +3. That's fine, actually.
Kale, you got nothing with a natural one.
I'm actually good at insight, but I'm too busy like trying to act cool.
Dirty 20, baby. Let's go.
With that dirty 20, you can definitely see that this kid's like thoughts about you have definitely like loosened greatly. He definitely thinks that you may be the best option they have at like actually figuring out what's going on, lest things just completely devolve and just get worse.
I sigh for a second, and I'm like, don't make me regret this kid, and then I let him go.
He kind of like gets
What?
up and he like shuffles his like off of himself and like trying to like basically smooth out clothes, but smoothing out his scales because they got all ruffled, and you don't want ruffled scales. And then he just like immediately puts his hand in the air and goes, "The market games! The market games! That's the best way! That's the best way anyone will talk to you!
The what?
The market games!
Market game.
There's
Game?
these 3 games in the middle of the market. And if you beat one of them, or even all 3, then everyone would think you're the coolest, and they'd have to talk to you. They couldn't ignore you then."
Like under
Alright,
my
let's
breath.
Go talk to your mom.
I think sort of under my breath, where I'm maybe close to Masayoshi, Cal was like, Astrea's already pretty cool.
Oh,
I'm choosing. I don't know what's funnier if I don't hear it, or if I like genuinely like I hear it and I'm like I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
honestly, hearing it and then pretending is funnier.
I'm just letting this one go. I'm not gonna like give him shit for it,
Um,
but I'm also not rewarding this kind of behavior.
Kid, I really think we should take you back to your mom before we do anything else. She's probably really worried.
I know how to get back to my mom. I can walk.
It's like 20. Like I look at Flips and like it's like 20 feet that way. What do you?
I can sneak over there. No one will even see me, and then
Alright.
I'll just hide out in the back of the stall until it's time to go home.
Do people know that it? I guess people like the gnomes have already leveled accusations.
Yeah, they
so,
said your son has stolen something.
Yeah,
Also,
I mean,
Um,
listen, it's hard to tell with like young kobolds. There's not a lot of like tertiary characteristics or secondary.
Masayoshi, may I have possession of the knife?
Yeah, absolutely. Hands over.
Right. We'll tuck that safely away.
Can we? Do you think we should like maybe go and check out the stall, see if we see any like spider silk?
Yeah, I think that's worth a shot. I think that she'll definitely be a little bit more amenable to us like poking around. After we have like kind of like helped her son out a little bit. I say having just done a citizen's arrest on her son.
You went really
Listen, I
hard.
didn't
on
turn
that.
him in. I didn't turn the kid into the guard yet.
Yes!
So it's fine. Yeah, I said that very quietly.
Okay,
You
fair
weren't
enough, fair
supposed to
enough.
hear that.
That's fair.
No. I haven't turned him in, and I mouthed like yet. So listen. I think we should maybe go and see what's up with. Take a look around like her stall a little bit, see if we can't figure out who like this. See if we can't find any more clues about this third party. Then I guess the
Yeah.
games, I'm like really reluctant. Like I'm like this sounds like some playground schoolyard shit. This does not sound like This does not sound like a productive way to get a lead, but I mean, if that's all we got.
Can I try to climb on top of the stall?
You can certainly do your best. You might want to introduce yourself and explain the circumstances to Kusa before you do that. Lest she just think you're just
this terrifying Drider Satyr creature starts climbing up the side of her stall.
and she's like, what do I do about this?
A little fucking crypty. I was kind of thinking about stealthing it, but I mean, I guess I could take the forward approach.
You can do either one.
Ray, I'd like to maybe try and circle around the back of the stall, or again, thinking that there's obviously no big spiders here in the like general area, so it's got to come from some direction, and it's going to probably come from the most discreet direction possible. So I'm probably going to look around for what direction is the most discreet approach to this stall. It's obviously not the main street, but maybe the back, maybe again on top or down the side. So I'm going to try and have a look for that potential approach and see if I see anything that way.
Of course. Give me 1 second, because depending on Flips' outcome, you might have advantage. Flips, go ahead. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Okay.
'23. Okay. You are able to climb along one of the back poles of the stall, and you are now on top of it. Luckily, it's not one of the ones that are like made of cloth. This is actually like fully wood all the way through.
Whoops. That's a sigh of relief. He gets anxiety if he's right side up for too long.
Aw.
Why
So
is he
what are you doing up
flips?
there?
I guess I'm looking around for places that only spiders would be able to get to.
You would
Like,
go ahead and roll me a investigation
Investigate?
check.
mm,
A 20? Okay.
Yeah,
You kind of like get down on all fours and you're very like closely looking, but you can see that this is pretty pristine. There's not any like holes in here that are significant enough that spiders could get into. Like maybe you'll see a crack, but you know that spiders can't really like flatten themselves and fit through cracks.
all right. I will make my way back to the others to report no spider-like activity in this stall.
Except for you.
Hmm.
All right.
How
Kale,
dare
go
you.
ahead and roll me a stealth check. Unfortunately, that's going to be straight.
That's fine. That's fine.
Unfortunately.
Because you didn't fall and break something.
Stealth check.
An 18?
Okay.
An 18 is low enough to where, first of all, did you guys release this kid? Or is he still with Astrea?
We definitely let him go, whether he ran
Yeah,
somewhere. is
yeah.
up to him.
I think that he's like probably let's just say I'm walking him back to his mom.
That's good. That sounds good. Let's say that Astrea and this kid have arrived at about the same time that you're sneaking in. You look through and you don't see anything out of the ordinary as far as any stolen goods, if that's what you were looking for. Occasionally you'll see like some green beans that you recognize as coming from off of from the Tianmo noodles that they served with their noodles, but not in a way that looks like they were stolen. They're on the ground and they kind of look like they've just been forgotten here. Yeah, that's about all you see. You don't see any more of this strange
Yeah, so I was. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was sort of more trying to focus on, see if there's anything of that around.
Well, he didn't roll investigation.
Oh,
Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead
Did
and
you
roll
want me
me-
to roll investigation?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead, please.
I have a feeling you're gonna find green beans.
Oh, a natural 20. So you're looking through this and You do find a little bit of silk that's in the corner, but it's really high up, which is not out of the ordinary, but also you don't entirely know why it was up here and in such small amounts. You would think that if they were up there, it'd be because they were like doing a Spider-Man like climbing up that way. It doesn't really look like there's any kind of properly made web or anything of that nature.
My silk.
I probably don't know enough about spiders, although I may bring Flips back here and ask some questions. I mean, Kevin might be thinking that, you know, when a spider just starts dangling from the ceiling in front of you and it's just there in front of your face, you're like, what the hell?
I
Like,
mean, no reason not to make a nature check on it.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
With Kale being like in his edgy phase, I could definitely buy him like knowing a couple factoids about spiders.
yeah, I mean,
It's all. I think we canonically established last episode he thought my mom was hot.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
listen.
I mean, also there's not a 0% chance that Flips has just rattled off spider facts to him.
yeah,
With a 16, you would.
Flips is very subconscious about this spider stuff.
With a 16, you know this definitely isn't enough for it to have dangled all the way from the ceiling to the floor. It almost looks like
okay.
it looks like it was enough to get maybe a foot down from the ceiling.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll rather than bring in Flips back here, then I will mention it to Flips because he might have more of an idea potentially. But yeah, I will probably then head. Oh,
Liger?
Yeah.
Weird, your
Oh.
camera just went out on OBS. Let me fix that. Keep going, you're fine.
yeah. So yeah, I'll return back to the group and say just let them know what I found. Get the opinion of Flips, see if he knows any more why that would be there or what that would be the case. But then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, do you think that we should like go to these games? We could even maybe just watch them, right?
Ray, can I do a history check on one thing?
Yeah, what do you want to history check?
I want to know if this area of the world has any entrances to Underdark and or a large population of drow.
Okay, go ahead. Roll me a history check. A 16, you would know in this region of Abra, not really. You do know to the south of here is a place called Volinari Azan, which has a very large opening to the Underdark, but it is a significant distance. So, not unheard of for a drow to maybe come here, but for a drow to come this far, with how drow are, probably unlikely.
Someone's getting drowdy here. Yeah, that was my only thought. Let's go to the games, guys. Unless we want to talk to that guy's mom.
I mean, worth a shot. I mean, now that we're approaching with like the sun, you know.
That was my plan the entire time that you called it stupid.
Yeah.
You see, but now I have the idea. But yeah, I was thinking like, you know, now that we're approaching with the kid, now that we've approaching with Angel, maybe we can ask like a little bit more explicitly about what's going on and about like our suspicions. I mean, maybe it colors us as like, you know, being on like their side or whatever, as opposed to like trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. But maybe if like we ask specifically about these things and like ask if there's anything odd that you noticed like during these situations.
Right. So you approach the stall, and you would see that this woman, this kobold, is currently behind. She's very angrily like chopping fish, and you can see that she's definitely like leaving too much of the fish on the skeleton, but she's so mad that she can't even really think about it. And she looks up at you for a half second, and then she immediately notices her son, and she goes, "Gammon, there you are!" And she will like immediately run over and hug him and pick him up, and is like holding him way too close. Like, and she's holding him even like tighter than you were, Astrea.
I'm
You
just
sure
like
was
watching her
worried.
do this, and I'm taking notes. Like, this woman's clearly a professional.
I told you she was worried, dude.
And then she immediately puts him down and is like, "Where were you? Why are the Tianmos so upset with you? Oh, I'm sorry, are these your friends?"
Certain definition of friends. We're recent acquaintances.
Oh, I hope Gammon hasn't been causing any trouble.
That's actually what we wanted to speak with you about, man.
Oh no. Oh, Gammon, what did you...
No. I like wave her off. I don't think he did anything wrong. I trail
Trying
off
to
as
pull
I'm
a prank,
trying.
ma'am.
I'm like, base and I'll sort of like take the lead on it, and I'll kind of lay out like what we discovered about like how it seems like there may be some sort of third party that's trying to induce some sort of conflict between the TMOs and the give me one second, let me pronunciation guy, and like the Sepsuk like stalls.
Mm-hmm.
And like it just seems like the both of you are very sincere about like not doing new things, not instigating anything, but constantly being victimized by the other. And just like asking, like, ma'am, if during any of these incidences, is there anything that struck you as like particularly strange, or something that you couldn't necessarily explain?
And she thinks about it for a second, and she goes, "Oh, that's right. Just a couple days ago, maybe 4 or 5, there was these beans that just fell out of nowhere. They were pelting our stall from above, and they were the kind of beans that are only sold at Tianmo. So it would stand to reason that it was them, but I just couldn't figure out how gnomes could pelt our stall from above like that. There's no access points that are that high in the market. Not around here, anyway."
Is Flip still on the roof?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But like, did I see anything like that looked like a bean on the roof?
I will say, yes, you absolutely did see like some green splatters.
Like green beans.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay, so remember last session when we said if it looks like a duck and it acts like a duck, it's a duck. I think it might be.
I still don't know what a duck is, actually.
It's a waterfowl. Mr. Ray.
Sure. I
Ducks
don't believe
exist.
you.
Imagine
don't-
a giant duck but smaller.
I'm just messing around. Please go ahead. Okay,
Aliens,
so
really?
you, I like stop for a second. Like, you think it's a waterfowl did this? So they don't do silk, right?
No, right. But they fly. Something has been coming the situation from above. Is there something like above? Because like when I look at the picture of the square that we have been provided,
What, you think you see this bat creature flying around with an armful of fruit?
That's
yeah,
a
and they're
windling.
falling out. It's falling out of its arms. Like perhaps maybe something.
I don't know.
It could be carrying other things that fall out of its arms.
Liger, I'm taking a stance here that I don't necessarily appreciate this little bit of metagaming that you're doing here.
No, I actually wasn't pointing at that creature. I was pointing at like the canopy of like sails above.
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe something could hang from.
You definitely get the idea that someone could have possibly like climbed up and been on that part of their canopy, but to have thrown the green beans in such a way that they pelted doesn't exactly seem right. Like they wouldn't have been able to hit that hard against the roof. Like if they were throwing
I
it, it may
see.
hit like against the
So it's
inside.
it's not gravity, it's throwing.
What's that?
It's not gravity, it's throwing.
So, are you asking if it's possible that they like somehow gravity came down on these beans from above?
Like if someone dropped it like a bucket of beans from like that canopy up there.
I assume you're talking about this canopy, right?
What?
This one?
No, this
No,
one.
yeah, the one's all the way at the top.
The ones at the
We
top?
need.
Oh, this. I see. Yeah, that could absolutely be possible. But again, you don't
Yeah.
really see any access points up there.
Spiders. I mean, this isn't a very good line of reasoning. Because in my head, it's just a bunch of spiders and a bucket of beans.
Yeah, I'd like this is not a lot to go on.
How many nights ago was that, and has it happened since? Has a one-time occurrence?
I'd say that was 4 or 5 days ago, like I said. Hasn't happened since.
All right.
I'm-
4 or 5
can I-
days ago.
I want to roll a nature, like a knowledge nature check,
Yeah, go for it.
or just to see if there's anything that I know of that flies and does spider silk.
Mm-hmm.
That's a flying
Okay,
spider.
What's the minus on this? Actually, it's 0. That's shocking to me.
A
Well,
6?
I got a 6.
If you know that if you had an Aarakocra carry a giant spider, then that would technically be a flying spider.
I think we got to start looking at this as like not a single accomplice, not a single perpetrator. I think that this might be the work of a team up, some sort of split crew.
What about like, you know how like wizards can like have little familiars and stuff that do things for them?
No, no. I waved him off. No, clearly we're looking for an Aarakocra who's carrying around a giant spider. Hey, let's not be silly here.
Meanwhile,
But-
foxes with 2 tails, that's weird.
No, it's just like that. That's like a weird thing. That's not a normal number of tails to have. I don't know. That doesn't seem
Okay.
natural to me.
Foxes don't have more than one tail, guys. Come on.
No, exactly. Right? That's what I'm saying. It'd be weird. That'd be silly.
It's all
What-
mirage.
Why would anything with tails need more than one?
Super
Literally,
balance.
what's it called? Displacer beast.
Those are tentacles, they're not tails.
I guess.
So like, what about then like
Okay.
a druid like who could control animals?
That might not be impossible.
Listen. I'm still mentally filing this as like Aarakocra giant spider, but I'm not like clearly this is not a popular theory. I'm just hanging on to that in the back of my head.
I
Druid,
mean,
a druid would attack someone with beans, wouldn't they?
I mean, if they were a cat.
It seems like a waste of Goodberry, but I mean, hey, listen, unconventional uses.
Like, don't forget though that there were fish bones found by the gnome store. So
Oh yeah, fish bones.
I've tried to talk to our neighbors about this, but they're usually too busy to accommodate me.
Do you think? All right, ma'am. Who was the last owner of your stall?
Oh, that would be a member of my clan who is no longer with us. They did
I
have
see.
They did have some problems with Tianmo noodles, but I wasn't part of that conversation. You see, my clan...
And yet they
Go ahead.
still hold the grudge.
They do.
What were you saying about your clan?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say that we divide between whether we're going to be working the stall or if we're going to be getting the fish. And at that time, I was the one that was getting the fish, and someone else was manning the stall.
You think we find anything at the harbor?
Were you
Well,
asking?
no, it's like the Sepsuk like run a fish stand. I think it's one of those things. It's just like another like kind of like piece of planted evidence that doesn't really make sense considering they're strict vegetarians.
Fish bones.
Fish bones.
I don't know. This one's tricky.
It's a
I
mystery
think
for sure.
I'm really trying not to like say that we should go to the games because to me that it feels like defeat. It feels like a loss if we go to the games.
Well, it's less about going to the games and more that if you wanted to talk to any of the other people that were not involved in this for clues, then they probably wouldn't talk to you because they don't care about you.
Shit. Yeah, that's fine.
Masayoshi, what do you think about like taking part in games?
Red?
Oh, I'm sorry, say that
Masayoshi?
again.
Yeah, Kale just asked you what you thought about taking part in the games.
I mean, I don't see any harm in it if you wanted to.
The indecisive brothers.
There is nothing wrong with being indecisive.
Or is there?
I was literally about to say that.
There is nothing wrong.
I don't know. I feel like it's like too soon at this standpoint to like be able to say one way or another on like if it's okay to be indecisive.
We will get more evidence and circle back later.
I sigh. I'm like, we're gonna need more information. What's the kid's name? Let me
The kid's name is Gammon.
Gammon. What were these about? The games that you were talking about?
And he would like peek up from behind the counter. He's too short to properly see behind. He goes, yeah. So there are these games that are sponsored by vendors that are in the market. And if you win them, then people will think you're really cool. They don't want to really talk to people that they don't know besides, like, if they were, like, a celebrity or something. But anyone who wins the games, that's instant celebrity status.
That's a bad way to do business, is to not talk to anyone you don't know.
Well, they're going to sell stuff, but if you're, like, trying to make small talk, they're busy.
They're like, listen, kid, beat it. I like, as opposed to like, oh, hey,
What if
you
we
won
just-
the games. How was that?
What if we ask them questions and say we'll pay them for answering the questions, and then pay them for answering the questions?
Well, they don't sell information; they sell fish.
Also, you got
I
money?
have lost
do we-
this
do
character
we-
voice.
What do you say?
Method application.
Liger, what did you say? I missed it.
I have lost the character voice.
Oh, you're fine, man. The character voice is also in the Lost and Found for me.
Puberty.
Good boy, he's 13 now.
All right. I like kind of glance over at everyone. Like, how are we all feeling about these games? Or actually, like, before I even ask that, I'm like, well, can you tell us more about them? I asked Gammon, like, can you tell us more about them?
Yeah. So there's 3. There's what is it? There's Greet the Heat, that's run by the Spicy Brothers. You gotta eat some really spicy peppers. And then there is Squid Sid's Battle Prawns, where you gotta make some of his shrimp cakes. and I don't really know much about hide and seek that involves the crow caterpillars. We're not. She doesn't let anyone go see that. You have to come out with a medal, or else no one will know that you are successful in winning that one.
I'm just like, I'm just sitting here wondering how the hell she makes kids sign magic NDAs.
They don't gotta be magic. They just need an NDA.
If it's kids, they gotta be magic.
That's true. Well, no, it was more, I probably miscommunicated. It was more that there's not a crowd to watch that one. It's just that you know if someone won that, if they came out with, like, the little medal that she hands out that's essentially, like, the prize for that.
I kind of like, my face falls a little bit when I hear spicy peppers and like all this other like small stuff. I was hoping for like a contest of athletic or something. Also, I'm not a big pepper person.
I don't know if I have capsaicin receptors.
All right. Well, wait. What do you mean you don't know? How long? What does your mom feed you?
I don't know.
It's just like, wait a second. How old are you that you don't know?
I'm 13.
Like, how do you know what capsaicin? How do you know what capsaicin is? But like, you don't know if you have the receptors or not.
Yeah, you
How
know
does
what the
that work?
You know what the word is, but you don't know if you have them.
Lips is extremely well educated.
This is really just like a Chi-Chi Goku like Gohan situation where it's just like, no, my boy's gonna be smart. My boy's gonna grow up and like go to college.
No, he does it himself.
Oh, okay, it's very.
He just likes studying.
He likes studying, but he's not curious enough to try.
You know, it's nice to know that him being a freak extends past like his physical appearance. He's freak all the way down.
I've tried to play him as being both the youngest and the most emotionally mature and intelligent of the group.
No,
well, it's working.
I think that's a very fair assessment of what's happening here.
Next to these wackos, you're pretty successful at that.
I forgot what the second and third games were.
Okay, it was a spicy pepper eating challenge, a challenge to make shrimp cakes, and a hide and seek challenge.
The way you phrased like the shrimp thing at first made it sound like it was like it was like gonna be dog fighting but with shrimps. And I'm like
well, he did say battle prawns.
Shrimp? Are they gonna do battle prawns? Which I'm like,
we're doing fighting foodons. Does anyone remember fighting foodons?
No, no one remembers fighting foodons. The people who made fighting foodons don't remember fighting foodons.
I think I'm best suited for the hide and seek, actually. Or rather, is this like a thing where everyone is allowed to participate in every game, or are we supposed to like split up?
Oh no, there's a team that's involved in the battle prawns, and then it's 4 different people with the peppers. I imagine with the hide and seek you could work together.
Okie dokie. I slink into the shadows.
I think we should be pretty good at that.
Where'd Flips go? Where's Flips?
Flips appears behind you, but also upside down.
Oh, he flipped!
Oh my god.
That sounds about right.
That's why I was named Flip.
It's like, oh, I get it now.
And how does his smile look when he's upside down?
Like an upside down smile.
Oh, with you being upside down, if you guys hadn't properly seen it, Flips' hair would probably fall out, and you would absolutely see that he has 2 more sets of eyes on his forehead, making a grand total of 6, right?
I am aware that Flips is behind me. I am making a conscious choice to not turn around because I know that. Listen, that happens like 2 or 3 times before you learned your lesson.
Anyway, let's head over to the games.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan.
Let's head over to the games, guys.
There it is. You got it.
Is that the character? I think that's definitely not.
It's definitely less scratchy, but I'm kind of sick right now.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fine.
So
Don't
you
worry about
guys
it.
would make your way through the stalls. The stalls are arranged in a big circle, and in the middle are these 3 tents that are set up. There are lots of people going into the tents, but only a few are stopping by the people at the front. Well, 2 of the tents there's a lot of people going into, and then there are 2 people. There are people at the front of the tent that are signing some kind of waiver before they go inside, and it appears that those are going to be the contestants. So there are, like I said, there are 3. There's one that is called Greet the Heat. That is the one that involves eating the peppers, obviously. There is one called Battle Prawns, the Shrimpening, which is the cooking challenge. And then there is one that is just labeled Hide and Seek. And underneath each of them, you would see the names of who is sponsoring them. You would see that the Hide and Seek is sponsored by Chumquan Silks and Fineries, which you guys would recognize as the place that you went. Dettet, you remember that place you went where you were going to buy something for flips, but it was freaking expensive.
It's very expensive, and also silk. That feels like so redundant.
And the Greet the Heat is sponsored by the Spicy Brothers, and the Battle Prawns the Shrimpening is sponsored by the Trusty League. And
Did you come up with Battle Prawns the Shrimpening?
I wish I came up with Battle Prawns the Shrimpening. That was in the guide.
Incredible.
You could have taken credit for that either way, and probably nobody would have known.
I'm not going to take credit for it.
Well, let's go ahead and I guess just go to the closest one. I mean, I don't have a preference.
The one that's closest to you guys would definitely be the Spicy Brothers ones, the Greet the Heats.
Astrea's like,
Time to find out if I enjoy spicy food.
Yeah, same here.
I just like, I don't understand. Like, has your mom never used spice in her cooking? Has your dad never brought home with any spice?
Maybe my tolerance is so high that I don't notice.
That seems okay. I'm just hearing all of this, and I'm just like, okay, so he doesn't have capsaicin receptors. That's gotta be that's like the only way. Either that, or he's like had a worse life than I have, and that's crazy.
Or he just drinks a lot of milk.
I think maybe I just have like really high tolerance, because I do come with Constitution saving throw proficiencies.
Well, here's the thing. We're about to see how good you are with that.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
Let's put it to the test. So as you guys
guess
approach
we'll go,
this, you would see that the tent is made of green and red fabric, and there are 2 humans outside currently that are wearing aprons that are emblazoned with the Spicy Brothers logo. One of them would turn to you and immediately like crouch down and say, "Well, hello, kids. Are you interested in watching the games?"
We were planning on participating, actually, if that's fine. I don't know how to sign up for this.
Oh, well, you can sign up, but it's going to be very spicy. Is that going to be okay?
I just like, yeah, yes,
Hoorah.
yeah.
So
Masayoshi would push Astrea straight up, like, come on, go for it.
I will need you guys to sign some papers. There won't be any threat of bodily harm, but it can get really spicy, and I don't want your parents to get mad at us. And she will hand.
That's cool. I don't have parents.
The look of utter horror on her face.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't. I like before she says anything. I hit her with the don't worry, like the neck chop sort of thing, and it's just like, no, don't feel worse about. You don't feel worse about it than I do.
I think Kale will even walk up and go, my parents don't even care anyway either. And
Your parents care a lot.
Parents
Didn't they pack you lunch
love
up
you.
until up until a couple weeks ago? Like you came with a pail.
oh, they
It was
still
like
pack.
enchanted. It was enchanted to be warm.
Oh, that's adorable.
They still do. I just chuck it out. I just chuck it away before I get into school.
You're unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
I'm just wasting money. I was like just wasting food. I don't care. Just,
This is meant to be like an
I
appealing.
never-
signed all
I
of the
just like, I just like, I like angrily signing my name, and I'm just muttering to myself, "Fucking rich kids, fucking rich assholes."
Are the rest of you guys signing also?
Kyle will, because Astrea is, then Kyle is.
Mm-hmm.
Masayoshi's already been signing.
So the male who looks completely done with his female counterpart will come over and he will just kind of shoo her away and say, all right, so we got some rules. First, you're going to have 3 rounds to eat these peppers. If you can't handle it, you're welcome to bow out. If you end up leaving the table or taking a sip of your milk, then you're done. If you use any magic or violence, then you're out too. We're here to have a good, clean game. Do you understand?
I say yes, and then I'm like, hey, and then, like I look over at Flips and like, hey, how good are you at not cast? I wait a second. I say yes, and then when he's not looking, I cast Blessed on myself.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Actually, I cast Bless on all. Oh, wait, on all of us. What the fuck am I saying?
Yes, selfish.
Apart from Kale.
Apart from Kale.
Wait. Let me
think
see.
it's
Wait,
like-
let me see how many targets I get.
I'm pretty sure it's
Give me
4.
2 seconds.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
3 creatures.
3. I thought it was 3.
So it's gonna be
Told me
me,
there was someone here that
Masayoshi,
could
and
give out
Liger.
inspiration.
It's gonna be me, Masayoshi, and Flips. I am not blessing Kale. Sorry, Kale.
That's. I was expecting it.
Poor Kale.
All right.
So we all get an extra 1d4 on our
If only
check.
someone
Except
here
Cal.
could give out inspiration.
Looking directly at Masayoshi. Oh, wait, are you talking about me?
No,
Okay, just making sure. I was like, you're not getting it that easy.
because I remember last session, Masayoshi or Red just saying, like, "Oh, I forgot I could give out inspiration."
Yep.
Yeah, Masayoshi, after knowing he'd get blessed, would look over, and Flips not getting it, would look over at Flips, hand on shoulder. You got this, bud. I believe in you.
Wait, are you
Wait.
giving...
What?
Point of
What's,
inspiration.
Okay,
let's say who has the highest Constitution saving throw? Because I'm assuming this is a Constitution saving throw.
yes, that's correct.
Because I got a 5. I got
+4.
I have a
-1.
Okay, question,
Constitution was my dumb stat.
+4
Masayoshi.
for a sorcerer is pretty good.
Masayoshi, Flips wasn't the one that was skipped. Are you still giving him the bardic inspiration?
Oh, no, you're right. It was Kale. No,
I was gonna say,
it would
it'd
be
be
Kale. It would
funny.
be. No, you're right. No, it would be the Kale. Sorry.
I'm just saying, like, hey, stack the buffs on whoever's most likely.
Yeah.
All right.
No, yeah, it would
I mean,
be over.
if it's one of those things where like you just feel bad for Kale, yeah, go for it. But, like,
Yeah, no, knowing Kale isn't getting the buff, I will provide the buff with that point of inspiration. You got this, bud. You'll be fine.
So,
Yeah, of course. Like I can eat whatever. Like.
after signing all of your appropriate documents, these 2 humans would lead you inside the tent, and immediately you hear applause coming from the bleachers inside as all this giant crowd of people are immediately cheering as they see you. And that's kind of strange, considering that probably hasn't ever happened to you guys. You make your way through, and you're sat at a massive square table with 4 chairs. In the middle, there's a large bowl of colorful peppers, along with a pitcher of ice milk and 4 cups. The 2
ice
humans,
milk.
yep, the humans would come over
Ugh.
and pour each of you a glass of milk. As you guys are looking amongst yourself, a human in red silks decorated with embroidered golden peppers comes out and addresses the crowd, and he says, "Good evening, challengers, and welcome to the Arun Family Pepper Challenge. I'm your host, V. Arun. Is everyone ready to?" And he turns to the crowd, and the crowd immediately joins him as he starts to yell, "Greet the heat!" And everyone immediately cheers as he turns to you guys, and he will once again repeat the rules that no magic, no violence. If you leave the table, you take a sip of milk, you're out.
I kind of like, while he's explaining all this, I like kind of whisper back to the crew that I'm just like, man, the people here are really easily amused, aren't they? This is like a lot for a pepper eating competition.
So I need all of you guys to roll me
Constitution?
initiative.
Oh no!
I mean, Astrea, you're kind of being a bit of Killjoy here. And Flips just sort of waves at the bowl of peppers and says, "Hello, it's nice to greet you."
I love Flips. He's so cute.
5 on my side.
All right. Oh, I've still got
That's a
the.
13.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't.
We still got fire newts.
Those guys weren't here before.
An appropriate place for them to show up, though.
Yeah, for real. They come out of the bowl.
I thought we dealt with you before.
Well, technically you haven't, because this is like 11 months before that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Masayoshi, what'd you get?
5.
5? Okay.
Terrible roll. The dice gods are not pleased.
Okay. So how this is going to work, I need you to roll me a d10 when your turn comes up, and then immediately roll me a Constitution saving throw. So we're going to start up.
This is the amount of pepper damage we're gonna take.
No.
You don't know. Maybe there's a reason people are getting excited. So, Kael, you are first up. Flips, you are on deck. Go ahead and roll me a d10. With a 4?
4.
Okay. And roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess.
Not even Bardic Inspiration is going to save me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what is that total?
The total is 10.
10? Okay. What was the roll that I had before Detdet in Liger for, I think it's
Damn it!
meets beats, right? For saving throws and attacks?
The rule is like if you
Or
meet
defender
a
wins.
saving. I think it's defender wins on saving throws.
Okay, I think so.
No, so if it's an opposed sort of skill check,
Mhm.
so athletics versus athletics in regards to grappling, I think the defender wins.
Okay.
And then with saving throws, it's usually you're trying to hit the target. So if the DC is 15, you need to hit 15 or above to make it.
Well, congratulations, Kael. You take a bite of this pepper, and it's immediately spicy, but it's nothing you can't, like, push through. And that is your first pepper eaten. Flips, you are up. Astrea on deck.
Whatever.
Wait, the DC
Remember to add a
is,
D.
the DC is lower than 6?
He had a 10 total.
Oh yeah, you add your 1d10
Oh.
to whatever.
Okay, so you got a 5 and roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, wait, you forgot to... You
What?
guys...
What?
You, Kel, you forgot to add your bless.
He doesn't have
Doesn't
it.
have I could bless 3 targets. I chose the
Oh.
ones that I liked.
Right.
Damn.
Okay, with that...
Make sure to add a 1d4 to your. Oh well, okay, yeah.
Okay, and you had 5, and with a 9, you take a bite of this pepper, and immediately you realize that you've never had anything spicy in your life, and this immediately gets to you. You're kind of just like holding back tears, and that's going to be the end of your turn. Astrea, you see Kael has eaten a pepper, and that Flips is holding on for dear life. It is. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
Before I go ahead and eat the pepper, I just kind of mutter to myself, I can't believe she's never used spice in her dishes before. That's crazy. So that's a 1d10. Okay,
really
that's
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, go ahead and
I
roll
almost
me.
want to use Tides of Chaos.
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. An 18.
That's an 18.
Okay, so as you take a bite of this, you're chewing it and you don't feel much of anything, and then you hear Via Rune say, "Ooh, the Mephistopheles ambition, that's a hard one!" And as you turn and look at your friends, you would see their heads have been replaced by skulls. And the spiciness of this is way too much for you to bear. Tears are running down your face, and you don't reach for the milk, but you're tempted to for just a second. Masayoshi,
I started coughing really hard, and I'm like, "Sir, did you give us drugs? Have you just drugged a bunch of children?"
And then immediately they go back to normal.
I don't trust this man anymore.
Masayoshi, you are up. Kael on deck. Luckily, like, the crowd can't hear you say that because they're cheering.
Luckily for him.
Okay, you got
So
a 5. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Plus
Oh,
1d4
I
with it, right?
see.
What, plus 1d4 as well, right?
Oh, correct, yes. Okay, with a
Ooh.
5, you bite into this pepper, and it looks like a really normal pepper, like the kind you've had, like, every day of your life. It's no big deal. You don't, like, it's spicy, but you don't know why Astrea and Flips are freaking out about it. All right.
I would look over at them. Guys, it's just a pepper. Yeah, a little bit of heat, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, like, it's the kind of that, like, tickles your tongue a little bit, but that's it. Meanwhile, Astrea managed to bite into the hottest one. Okay, with a 7, you pick one up, and go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. A 15. Okay, this one is hot, but it's still delicious, and it's not terrible. You're hanging on, and it's hot again, and maybe it's enough to make you, like, wish that you had a drink, but it's not enough to make you compulsively, like, reach for it.
Oh, Kael is hating every minute of this. Like, he's thinking, why the hell did I do this?
Mhm.
And then he looks over to his left or something. He's like, what? Like, hiccuping.
Oh yeah, and
It'd be
every time
really
you
sad.
hiccup, you feel a little bit of the heat come back.
Yeah.
All right.
I just like I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this would be like really sad if this wasn't so useful.
Flips, you are up. Astrea on deck. Roll me a d10.
All right. That first round was a fluke. I've eaten spicy food before, for sure.
I don't think you have.
Okay. And go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. An 18. So
There we go. That's
all right. You bite into this, and
what I'm talking about.
suddenly it feels like you've managed to give yourself a placebo because you are eating this pepper, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's even kind of tasty. Yeah, you've had spicy food. You can handle this. That first one, that must have been an ultra spicy pepper. No big deal at all.
No, I'm telling you, the first one caught me off guard, but I've eaten spicy food before. It's not placebo, it's real.
Astrea, you are up.
I
Masi-
really appreciate that the writers of this module had clearly were watching Hot Ones at some point while they were putting this thing together.
Uh-huh.
Clearly.
Get
Roll. Oh, okay.
Dude,
but
that's a nat 20! I
with
can do it!
with a nat 20, it happens again. Everyone's head is a skull and it's on fire. You are looking at Death
Sir, you
Rider
have given
himself.
us- I'm like I go to like grab wait what race was the guy who came out with the pepper robe?
Oh, he's human.
I grabbed this human by like the front of his lapels and I'm like, you've given us drugs! You're drugging children!
Masayoshi's just leaning back, laughing his ass off,
Yeah,
watching this happen.
Yeah, there's some people in the crowd that are just laughing because they've clearly seen several rounds of this and have seen like this reaction happen before. And he just turns to the crowd and he says, "That's what a good pepper will do to you." And Masayoshi, you are up. Kael on deck.
Oh god.
If I roll another 10, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Okay, a 6, and you got an 18. This one is like the exact same one you've gotten before. It's sweet and it's delicious. No big deal at all. Again, Astrea is screaming about drugs, and you're just over
I'm
here
eating
having a
this
nice little
pepper.
pepper.
I'm just eating this pepper, laughing my ass off at Astrea, trying to figure out why Astrea is going crazy at this point.
All right.
Ray, how are the other competitors doing?
Oh, it's just you 4.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Mhm.
one of us is going to win then.
Yeah.
Wait, so there was no way to lose?
Well, if you guys like all bowed out.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last round. You just got to finish this one pepper, and then you're good. A 5? All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me. Oh, you just...
Okay.
This one, you
Hold on.
definitely are starting to feel
hold
the
on.
effects, but it's not
I've
bad enough.
got a D6. That's bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That was exactly what you needed.
It's probably going to run out before the next game anyway, so I might as well use it.
Okay, fair enough. So with the reassuring words of Masayoshi in the back of your head, you are able to just like chomp this pepper. It's no big deal. You've had peppers like this 1,000 times over, and that's it. You are pretty well assured that having eaten 3 peppers, you are going to win this. Flips, you are up. Astrea on deck.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, with
All
a
right,
10,
roll that Constitution, baby.
roll a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Is it worth using Tides of Chaos on this?
I don't know if that would
Oh,
cause.
shit.
How visible is that? Could you do that stealthily? Because
Probably
one of the rules
not.
is no magic.
Okay. Flips with an 8 and that D4.
That's a 12.
You take a bite of this pepper and immediately everyone else's heads turn into skulls. And you're starting to think like, oh, I understand what Astrea was getting at. And this is so much. You're about to reach for your glass. Your hand is around the glass. But then your like sinuses start acting up. And you immediately, without like even being able to react, sneeze. Like you're not able to stop yourself or like hold up your arm as is proper etiquette. And immediately
so
when you
over.
sneeze, there is like, you feel better. But everyone else gasps as you like open your eyes and you see that somehow you have frozen the table solid.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Like the crowd kind of like is muttering to
Flips
themselves.
throws-
Go ahead.
Flips runs away from the stall.
So Flips is gone.
Flips
So
runs
this is-
into an
this is the-
alley.
So
Flips
this is
runs
the
into
first
an
time-
alley nearby.
Flips has never used magic before, right?
No.
Like this is his first. This is his first time ever having used magic.
Like
I kind of like gape at it for a second.
Liger, have you ever used cantrips?
Oh, yeah. I use message cantrip all the time.
Yeah, that's a little different though. But you've never seen him do this, especially because that was not a spell. There were no vocal or somatic or material components to that. He just somehow sneezed, and now the table is frozen. Luckily, the peppers are still edible though, so you guys can keep going even though Flips is left.
Just nicely chilled, right?
Yeah, just nicely chilled. Astrea.
I'm rolling my thing real quick, and then
Okay.
I'm rolling my.
Oh,
okay, that's another nat 20.
That's a nat 1
So
and a nat 20.
I'm gonna scarf down the pepper and then immediately like say like remember that I won this, and then immediately dash out after after flips.
Okay, so Dettet, having had 2 of the spiciest peppers you like even possible, you're expecting the worst. You're wincing, but as you kind of like taste it, you realize that wasn't a pepper. That was a cherry tomato. You're not sure how that got here.
like 2 death
God.
peppers in a row, and then it's like cherry tomato, no spice, there's nothing. This is fucked up.
Yeah, so you are out of the stall. Masayoshi, you were the last one left. Go ahead and roll. Okay, an 8, and go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, that's just high enough. So you take a bite of this pepper, and it's fine at first, but then it gets spicy. And then it gets spicy again, and it's just coming, it just keeps coming back and coming back. But it's not enough for you to reach for your milk or you run from the table as Astrea and Flips have done. And so with that, there would be a loud cheer from the crowd. Little bits of confetti in the shape of peppers will sprinkle down, and the human will walk over to you and say, well, we had 1 loser and 3 winners in a very shocking turn of events. Congratulations! And he will put his 2 assistants will put in front of you guys these big cups of yogurts, just plain yogurt to wash it down with, and he will say, thank you once again for being here as we greet the heat, and they will very quickly shoo you out. And as a little reward, you both get these little paper fans that say greet the heat on them, along with your yogurts.
Kael
I'm
scoffs the
assuming that
yogurt.
it's like, yeah, I'm assuming that they'll just hang on to our fans until, like, you know, they get back to us, or we get back to them.
They will give one extra one to Masayoshi, under the assumption of giving it to Astrea.
Under the assumption of. No, I would take both of them and kind of walk out and provide at least that one to Astrea.
Astrea, have you found Skips, or Skips, are you hiding well enough to where Astrea can't find you?
I was about to say, if you want to do an opposed stealth check, I guess.
Yeah, go for
or
it.
Like, I mean, if you're trying to like hide, or if you're not trying to hide, or whatever.
I mean, you'd hear him. He'd be like, no, 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 no. And I guess
I was like, hey, Flips, what's good? You doing all right? That was kind of crazy.
you see him just sort of hanging from the top of like a gutter, and he's just sort of like hanging upside down. He's like, oh no, it's not supposed to happen yet.
Happen yet? What's going on, man? Talk to me here. It's all good. Come on down. It's all right. Do you need to go? Do you need to go home?
So it just sort of comes down from the wall, just sort of sits down on the ground. It's just like, it's weird, right? Did everyone get hurt? No one got hurt?
I sit down. I sit
How
down.
bad
next to
was
him.
it, actually?
Just the table.
How bad was it, actually, Ray?
Oh, it was not bad at all. It was just like you put a very light ice over the table. And again, it wasn't even enough to stop them from getting to the peppers. Maybe in your eyes, in your multiple eyes, it was a lot, but it was mostly anxiety induced that made you think that.
Everyone was looking, and everyone's always looking. They're looking more. Ow.
Right? Like I go ahead and like pat him on the back. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay, kid. No one got hurt. Nothing happened. It was you froze the table. You didn't even freeze the peppers on the table somehow, and God, part of me wishes you had. Everything's cool.
Flips tries his best to calm down. He pulls out his incense burner, and he lights one of those sticks. It tries to calm down. My dad said the magic was going to come at some point, and that it might be a little bit strange, but
It's all
I don't
cool.
like it when people look.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. We're here for you. Do you I'm kind of like unprepared to deal with this sort of thing, but I'm doing my best. Do you need us to do you need to go get Cannon? Do you want to go home, see your mom? Is everything good? Is there anything that we can do?
I don't think so. I'm just gonna stay in behind everyone for a bit and be a little quiet.
That's
I'm sorry.
It's cool. You can stay. You can stand behind me if you want. I don't mind.
Okay.
If you need anything, you just let us know. Okay, we're here for you.
All right.
I kind of give him like an awkward side hug, like a very teenagerish, just like reach my arm around him and then like give him a squeeze and then like try to stand and then like stand up and then offer my hand.
Kyle gets jealous somewhere.
Let's give just like a full on, just like a full.
I'm
Hug.
not super prepared for that, but I'm like, and then I like after like a second of hesitation, I kind of I hug him back.
Masayoshi, how are you
Alright.
responding to all this?
I mean,
I'm about to say
w-
Masayoshi and the rest are still inside, right?
well,
That's
yeah, I was
upstairs.
gonna say at this point, I think during this whole encounter, I think Kale and I would be walking out, kind of like laughing at the events that did happen, especially with Astrea like losing her mind. But upon seeing this, I guess like touching moment, I think is probably when we'd both kind of like quiet down and like look at each other and just kind of be a little bit more respectful because it seems like there's something deeper going on.
Kevin, do you concur with
Yeah.
this?
Yes, Kyle would definitely hold back just a little bit, but again, like whatever.
All right. Well, with that touching display, we are going to take a quick little break so that our players can get up and stretch their legs, go to the bathroom, and chat. You do the same if you so desire. We will be back in a moment. See ya. And we are back. All right. So, having had this touching moment between Astrea and Flips, Masayoshi, you do have that fan for Astrea. Are you actually going to give it to her?
Yeah, I am.
I heard that. No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he would
Yes,
hand you
no, absolutely.
this very cheap little paper fan, but you feel like the fact that you were just in front of a lot of people who were cheering for you probably means a lot more as far as like street cred goes than this little paper fan.
Mhm.
So there
Well,
are.
I also have the yogurt that I'm also handing over.
You got yogurt.
Question.
I mean, I'm fine after that cherry tomato. I kind of just handed to like.
Did Flips technically tap out?
Yes, you left the table.
I guess I did use magic unintentionally.
Yes, that too.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah.
there are two
Sucks.
events left. There is the hide and seek and the shrimpening.
Shrimpening sounds pretty funny.
I desperately out of morbid curiosity, want to know what that's about.
Yeah.
So you guys would approach this
Um,
tent. Oh, what's up, Kale?
What? Yeah, I was going to say, what does Flips want to do?
Flips defers to Astrea.
Flips, if you're needing to like stay
Shrimp,
away
shrimp,
from
shrimp.
everything, there is no crowd over at the hide and seek challenge.
That's
Actually, if that's the case, then that might be better.
Well, Kale might have gone and done the
Yeah.
hide and seek challenge if Flips wanted to. I could accompany him while the other two did the one.
I think we should stay together.
Okay.
You guys heading that way?
I mean,
Sounds like.
I'm fine with hide and seek. The shrimp sounds like the most fun, so we should save that for last.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess we do the shrimp then, if you want to save it.
Maybe I'll.
I think
Maybe
the shrimp sounds most fun, so
No,
we
no,
should save
hi-
it for last.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. All right. Well, then yeah, let's do hide and seek.
So you guys make your way to this very
maybe I'll
colorful.
be more.
Oh, you are getting a little bit cutty-any, Liger.
Okay, let me see if I can go do something about that. Actually,
You're fine. Take your time. Do we wait for him to come back while I give a description, or should I just go ahead and do that?
Fuck it. Let's go.
Okay.
We
So
can.
you guys make your way to this tent that is a very colorful display of lots of like these bright colors, but somehow not gaudy. And instead of there being assistants outside with different aprons, this one there's no one in front of it. And you pull back the curtain, and inside you see a really strange scene because unlike the last one that had a big crowd of people, there's just one lady inside. She's a little gnome. She's got darker skin, very wrinkled, and she is very absent-mindedly like knitting until she looks up at you. She will give you a very like gentle smile and she says, "Ah, good evening, dearest. Have you come to play with my little friends?" And she like grabs her basket that is in front of her and will tip it forward a little bit, and inside you see a collection of kitten-sized blue caterpillars curled up and dozing peacefully.
Oh, those are too big. Why are they so big?
I will post a picture of what these guys look like in chat, but I will also show, in your guys' chat, but I will also show what they look like to the viewers because they're very cute. They did a good job on this art.
Wow, racing goggles and pink and hearts on their cheeks. Incredible.
That's the gnome lady, and that's what her little
Ah.
caterpillars look like.
They're so big. Why do they have the ear tufts? Like,
Why are they disgustingly cute?
They are very disgustingly cute.
Can you guys hear
What?
me?
Yeah.
welcome back. We met an old lady. She has big ass worms.
I
Yeah,
picked
that's
them up
one way to say it.
immediately.
They're also fluffy.
Ugh. Disgustingly cute.
Wait a second. These are silkworms?
They're caterpillars, but they're at a silk shop.
Silk like
Ma'am,
sticky.
where do you source your silk?
Oh, well, they come from my little darlings here. And she will pick one up and kind of show it to you. He kind of like looks up at you as he's waking up. You see, tuck-crow caterpillars are very interesting. Instead of just killing them for their silk like you would normal silkworms, whenever they make their cocoons, you let them be. And when they turn to tea moths, then they pass through their cocoons and just go out into the world. And you can use this silk to make radiant silk, which is what we make all of our clothing out of. And it's special because it can be used as a spell component.
That's I like, who has the silk right now?
Flip said it last, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Flips, do you got the silk? Can I see that?
the silk? No.
I
Hey,
can't see
Discord
it.
is loading for me.
That's not good.
Oh. That's not good. Liger?
Oh, the video ninja feed cut out too.
Yep. Liger, can you hear us?
Bug, you there, buddy?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good.
Ugh.
Liger, can you hear us?
Maybe?
Send a smoke signal.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Because Discord is not even. Why is this always happening to me?
Can you hear us?
Cursed by your
I
bandwidth.
just want to play games.
Liger,
I
can you
can
hear
hear-
us?
I think I'm cursed by my mom watching random crime dramas downstairs.
Ah, the true crime is what gets you.
Oh.
We're trying
What
to
is
solve a
this, a
true
false crime?
crime.
It's a fake crime, Ray. I hate to tell you this.
Aw, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's real to you guys. Well, I guess that means Liger
Anyway,
can
so-
hear us.
Something about caterpillars.
Yes, we found this lady. She has a bunch of caterpillars. She gets soap from these caterpillars. I wanted to see the soap that we got from that one lady's place.
Yeah, I gave it to you.
Oh, okay. I kind of take the soap and I'm like, man, you hadn't happened to recognize
ages
this, would
ago.
you? I don't think. Did you give it to me? I don't remember you having given it to me. I thought you still had it. Oh well.
She would take a look, kind of like adjusting her glasses and like squinting her eyes, and she says, "No, that's nothing like the silk that my little darlings make. It's much too thin, much too weak."
I kind of put it back in my pocket. You wouldn't happen to know anything around here that would provide this kind of silk or produce this kind of silk?
Unfortunately, the only thing that I know that produces silk in this area would be crow caterpillars, but again, it's too weak, not strong enough to be anything that they make.
Insight.
God.
Insight?
Yeah, I was about to say I want to insight.
Yeah,
I
both
wanna
of you go
insight
for
that.
it. A 14?
20 plus. What's my insight? +3.
And a 16.
That's 16.
You can both tell that she is telling the truth as far as you can tell. Dettet, she does seem, with a 16, you would know that she seems a little confused by this line of questioning.
I just kind of go ahead and put it away. Anyways, yeah, we'd love to sign up for the game.
Well, lovely. We'd love to have you. And she will get up, place the caterpillar back into its little basket of yarn, and then she will go over and pick up like the door of a trapdoor, and you will see a ladder going down below. And she'll say, "Down there is where we store whatever we don't need up here. There are, let's see. There are 4 caterpillars down there. If you can find all 4 within the time limit, then you'll be the winner."
Oh, so we're not hiding.
No,
thought we
they're
were
the
gonna
ones
be hiding.
hiding.
Okay.
Can I use a torch?
Oh, absolutely you can. Just be careful not to burn any of the items down there.
I'm gonna go ahead
Right.
and hit
It's a
my
silk storehouse.
I'm trying to think of what skill check would be good for this. I'm
Animal
assuming this
handling.
is a skill check. Probably. I'm gonna go ahead and cast guidance. Tell you what, whenever we do our thing in order,
Mhm.
like whenever we hide our silkworms, I'm gonna go ahead and cast guidance on each person in turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not that you're hiding them, you're finding them.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm casting. Well, I guess I'll cast. Who's got the highest perception? I guess.
That could be me potentially. Oh no, I don't.
Because
only
I
have a
know.
+3.
Actually, would it be
I-
harder or would it be easier to find them in the
I have a
dark? Like maybe they're
+1.
less likely. Maybe they're less likely to hide. Because I have dark vision.
Did I take
Do I wait? Do I have dark vision?
well, if they're
I've
they
got dark
are
vision.
they are moth based.
They are moth based.
They're-
This is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Liger, we can't hear a word you're saying.
Like
Yeah, you're about as robotic as I've
Let's
heard
just go
in a while.
okay, I'm just gonna go tell my mom.
Okay.
you're gonna go tell your mom about your magic.
Yeah. Mom, I got my powers! Can you come pick me up?
Get off the
There's
TV.
There's something about this experience. Like, listen, I get that Flips is a guy. There's something about this experience that hits me so much as like got your first period on a class trip.
Oh my gosh! And being on another planet, that would be a nightmare.
Exactly. That's
Ugh.
it's like I'm listening to the situation and like the response, and I'm like, this really feels like it.
Alright, I'm on my phone now.
Welcome.
Hold on, let me turn you down, Liger, because now you're blowing out your mic a little bit.
You
Yeah,
you're okay.
whatever.
Can you
Yeah,
say-
whatever.
Go ahead, say something.
Hello?
Okay, that's so much better. Okay, what were you saying?
I was just gonna go in the hole.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
also gonna go in the hole.
yeah, that's fair. Hold on, let me go ahead and bring you guys to the first proper map.
Oh,
Ignore
wow.
it.
My God.
Let's see. So you would descend this ladder, and you would find yourself in a dimly lit room, smelling of dust and sweet spices. There's musty furnitures and crates strewn about, and you would see that there is a door that is leading to the north. Are all of you guys heading down?
Oh yeah. I mean,
yeah.
All right. So once you guys get down, the lady at the top would yell, "Ready? Now go!" And I'm going to need each of you to roll me initiative.
Roll initiative.
Give me 1 second here. Yeah.
I pressed the initiative button.
Have you cleared the list, Ray?
No, I've got it still, but I'll just like put your guys' numbers in there as it happens.
Oh, okay.
Oh, didn't need
I
to do
got
that for
15.
Kale.
Damn.
No. If you have your token selected when you roll initiative, it should go straight in.
How do I delete them? Oh, there we go. Got it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
you-
have any ability to control my Astrea token.
Oh, you don't? Hold on. Let me fix that.
It
You
is
should have.
It is mostly because I'm not in.
That is correct. You do not. Let me fix that.
Due to a shoddy connection with the internet, I have rolled twice.
Okay, what'd you get?
I think the first one was a 3.
Cool. Okay. 3 for Flips. Masayoshi got a 12, and Astrea has a 15. So, we're going to start the order in with Kael. Flips, can you move your token? You should be able to.
I tried to refresh Roll20, and it's not wanting to do that.
Fun. I didn't understand a single word of that, Liger. I just heard.
It wasn't words, it was just agony.
Okay, then I did hear it correctly.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So we did understand that.
All right. So how this is going to work is you guys are going to move like normal. You can use your movement. If you wanted to investigate a room, that would be either investigation or perception, and that would count as an action. So, Kael, with that 23, you are first in line. Astrea on deck. There is one room in front of you this way.
Is it alright if I say that I casted guidance on myself?
100% yes. If
getting
you
down
guys
here?
had done anything up above, I will go ahead and say you can declare that now.
Yeah.
So, is this counting as the first room?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Then, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to use my action then to try and look through the crates
Mhm.
and search through the crates over here.
Go ahead and roll me a investigation or perception.
We will take investigation.
Okay, with a 12, you ruffle through these crates, and there are no caterpillars to be found.
And then I'm going to bonus action, go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And then you're
And
back
that's
where
my
you
turn.
started.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I moved you back there, Astrea. All right.
That's fine.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Astrea, you are up.
Actually, Ray.
Yeah.
I don't have cunning actions because I'm only level 1. So
That's fine.
I don't bonus action move.
Okay. You thought about it, but then you decided not to.
If only I was a little bit more cunning.
All right, Astrea, you are up.
I'm going to move into the second room.
Let me go ahead and reveal that room for you. Using my polygon reveal, I love doing this. Bam! Whole room.
Wow. Incredible. Let's see. So I took 10 feet to get here.
Ooh, that's a good trapezoid.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
pretty good.
beautiful.
Let me see.
Alright,
This was
so-
done by Nesimna.
I'm gonna go to the door in the next side of the next door over here. Because I have 20 feet left. Give me a
Okay.
second here.
Are you going to keep the door open or
I'm gonna go-
closed?
I'm going to open. I'm gonna say it's like an open, like a bonus action. Open the door, I guess.
Oh, it's not even an action. You can just do that.
Oh well, yeah. I'll just open the door too.
Well, I'm saying, did you leave this door open or closed for your friends?
Oh, I left it open.
Okay, so with this door open, let me go ahead and polygon reveal this one.
Oh, I didn't even. There is another door right here as well. I
That's
didn't
correct. Do
even
you still want
realize
this one
that
over
first.
here?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. And
I
that
don't
is
much
the
have a
room in front of
preference
you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do take a perception check
Uh-huh.
with my guidance.
Which room are you in?
I'm in this one right here.
Okay.
I am also kind of like looking into the other one a little bit,
Okay.
but that's just me trying to like optimize this.
Yeah, I
thing.
gotcha. Right now you are actively investigating this room, though. So go ahead and roll me perception or investigation.
1d20 plus 3 plus 1d4.
Oh, with a natural
Okay,
20!
that's a nat 20. That's a nat 20 with a plus 4 blast. God
Okay,
bless.
you know what? That natural 20, I'm going to
okay.
say that you get to here, and you see that there is a caterpillar right here. It is sitting under the chair. So if you'd like to, I could absolutely like hide this one, and you can go for the caterpillar, or you can direct someone to it. It has not
Yeah.
seen you.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the caterpillar.
Okay. With that natural 20, I'm going to say you don't even need to roll anything to see if you can grab it. You managed to like pick it up, and it doesn't even resist you. You are now holding a caterpillar.
I just misspoke when I said bless earlier. I meant I was using the guidance that I had applied before I walked down.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right. This room is not really here. Ignore it.
I tell everyone that don't worry, I got one.
All right. So with that, Masayoshi, you are up. Flips on deck.
I'm rolling crazy good.
Yeah, you're
tonight.
rolling
God
really
damn.
good to your own detriment at some points.
You finally know how I feel. It's lonely at the top.
To your own detriment, you could say.
That's incredible.
All right,
That's
Masayoshi,
fucked up.
what you up to? Red?
It looks like he's just been called away.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. Someone
Okay,
might have to
gotcha.
roll
Someone
for him.
roll for him. I'm sorry, I completely missed that. Let's see.
What's his scores?
Go ahead and roll a +4. A d20 +4.
All right.
Oh.
I'll do it because I've been
Hold on.
rolling so
Actually, he
well.
has to get to a room first. 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Oh,
30.
there's a rule. You can use the ruler tool to So that's 15 feet to the door,
That's
and
15.
then from the door, it's 20 feet. So he could almost get to the
Okay,
next.
that's
one
fair.
of the
So he
next
gets to
rooms.
here.
Yeah. So he'd
That
be,
actually
like,
works
right
out
there.
good because he can choose when he gets back. Oh, unfortunately, that may not be him just yet. All right. So Flips,
Mhm.
you are up. Kael on deck.
Oh, right, me. I'm busy trying to figure things out.
Actually, he
Flips.
could probably take a dash action if he.
Oh, that's true. That's
Masayoshi
true.
could definitely take it.
Oh
Could
yeah.
definitely take a dash action.
So I will put him
So
in
I guess
here.
just pick a room for him.
Yeah, I picked the one up ahead, not for the reason that he already quote unquote saw the other one.
You had the polygon reveal ready.
Hold on, let me get this little
Oh.
corner here. There we go.
There we go.
All right. So that was what 5. Let's put him right in the middle of the room.
Sounds good.
Okay, Flips, you are up.
Alright, Flips activates his first level worm sense.
You are now sensing the worms.
See.
Is this like an old and dusty room? Or is it like
Yes.
a well taken care of area?
No, it's old and
Okay.
dusty, and it's very dim. So this counts as dim lighting.
Okay, so did the woman hide the worms or did the worms hide themselves?
You get the feeling that the worms probably hit themselves.
Okay. I would like to, standing at the entrance, the only place they could have entered the area from, look around for any trails of misplaced dust.
Uh-huh. Go ahead and roll me a perception or investigation.
I would like to find worm trails of dust.
I understand that. Roll me perception or investigation.
But did you consider that I'm looking for worm trails?
I did. Did you consider rolling perception or investigation?
I did, and I got a 10.
You know what? Roll with advantage. I like the
Okay.
idea. I like the idea of worm trails.
Trail worms.
Trail worms. Were you trying to mitigate your own like low investigation score?
Yes. Oh, 100%. I know this dude. He was absolutely trying to do that.
Okay.
No, I was trying to find a way to sort of narrow down the search area by like looking for a place to look.
Okay.
Like I'm not looking for them, I'm looking for ways to look for them better.
Okay. Flips, you would look down and see there are definitely worm trails. Specifically, you see their little tiny feet. They headed for the only door in this room. So you can conclude that they are not in this room, which Kael already did.
Okay, I follow the trail. You know what the most fucked up part about this is? Is that it implies the caterpillars can open doors.
Well, they could go under the doors.
They're really big.
Well, I guess they are the size of kittens. Maybe the doors were already open.
But I use my full movement, so I go up to the door. 25 feet. So I guess I just get into the room.
I was about to say either that or you could like make a dash action or something.
Well, that was his action just now.
All right. Well, never mind.
About here. And aside from the one leading to Astrea, are there any more trails that I could follow from here?
You see
Do
that
they
it
branch off now?
It does fork. You see that there's one set of footprints that goes this way, and another that goes this way.
This. What do you mean this way?
Over here. Can you see that?
I can't.
Oh, wait a second. Maybe because I'm on the wrong... Really? Because I'm on the GM layer? There. Can you see that? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I can't believe they would hide the pings if you're on the GM layer. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Okay. There's definitely one in there, Masayoshi. Keep looking. And then there's another one in this other one. I found the worm trail.
And you see one heading directly to Astrea, who is holding a worm.
A worm trail.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Flips?
I can't do anything else.
I know, but I want to confirm.
Confirmed.
Okay. Kael, you are up. Astrea on deck.
I guess I'm going to use my action to dash. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50,
Are you back?
55, 60. And that'll be my turn.
All right. All right. Astrea, you are up. Masayoshi on deck.
Okay, I've grabbed that silkworm. I guess I'll go ahead and head over to the other room, the one that Masayoshi is not in.
Uh-huh.
Let me measure it out real quick. Door's
It's
right here, right?
Yes, correct.
Right there. Alright,
Yes.
I point at the ground. Astrea, look, there's worm trails. Keep an eye out for worm trail.
He keeps saying worm
that's-
trails.
That's nice, Flips. I can't make it quite all the way.
Flips
I'm gonna
isn't
go ahead
here.
and take a dash. Flips is here. What are
Wait,
you
oh, I thought you
talking
said
about?
skips. My bad.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and take my dash action and like walk through the door over there.
All right. Something I gotta point out. I just noticed this. This looks like Perry the Platypus.
A little bit, yeah. So,
Harry the pile of joke.
So 35 feet to there.
Perry the worm trail.
You know what I'm doing.
I'll go right here.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Red, are you back? Oh, he's only listening. I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. All right. So Masayoshi will take a moment to investigate this room. Go ahead. Can you roll me a +4 Dettet? Or wait, I can do it. I don't need you.
Sure thing. But no, I want to do it. Players
Okay,
should
go
roll
for it.
player rules.
Go for it. Go for it. You're right.
20 plus 4.
A 19?
That's a 19.
Yeah.
Exactly. You see, this is why.
Yeah, that's true. If I'd rolled, it would have been an 8. So Masayoshi would like be rooting through this room, just like checking under these tables and under the rugs, and he would find one of these caterpillars on top of this crate over here, and he would yell to you guys in whatever voice that Red does for Masayoshi, "Got another one!" Which may not even be a voice he would use. He may have just grabbed a caterpillar and not said anything, knowing Masayoshi. So
Yeah, I feel like it's fairly. I feel like it's a fairly decent idea that like he would just like I'm gonna just grab it.
yeah.
I feel like he would have gone into that room, closed the door, and sat on that couch.
Yeah, that's completely fair. He would have done normal human activities.
Yeah. No.
Alright, so you guys have gotten 2 of the caterpillars. Flips, you are up. Kael on deck.
Alright. Did Masayoshi like actually capture the worm?
Yes, he has the worm in his hands.
Okay. Flips will follow the worm trail. Hold on, I have to actually measure. Alright, just barely get through the door.
Uh-huh. Well, if you can get to the door and then go through. Yeah, that's 30 feet.
Yeah, and then I will scan the room using my knowledge of worm trail.
Uh-huh. Go ahead and make me an investigation or perception check, because at this point you see the worm trail starting to go a little thin.
Oh no, we've lost the worm trail.
I didn't want that to be like the one really good roll to be like the win all situation. Liger?
I was typing.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I was rolling investigation. That's
Or
right.
perception, whichever one you prefer.
You're not gonna trick me like that.
I can certainly try.
Why is it taking so long to do my roll?
I don't know.
17.
17. So, with your many sets of eyes, you are able to scan this room, and you don't have the worm trail, but you are certain that there are no worms in here. None of the dust has been disturbed in a way that would imply worms. So
That seems unlikely.
The implication of worms.
there's no implication of worms here.
Okay, but like that would also mean that there's no worms in the next room because they would have to have passed through here.
Well, here's the thing. You saw that there was the trail leading into this room. You don't know where the trail goes, but you are certain that none of this dust has been disturbed. Therefore, no worms in this room.
It started flying. They fly now.
They fly now.
Oh no.
No, it's just that you lost the trail, but none of the dust is disturbed in a way that would imply that there is a worm in this room currently. Alright, Flips.
So there is no worm.
There's no worm here.
Astrea, there's no worm in here.
So that will be the end of your turn. Next up is Kale.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Did it look like Masayoshi search? Oh, he's
Yeah,
over
he
there.
got one.
Okay. Yeah. Then I will move this way far if I can move my token.
I believe in you.
15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna check this corner over here.
Kevin, I'm gonna say for like just to give you a fighting chance, there's one per room. Like if there's going to be one at all.
I
I don't think it'd be fair if you
wanna
guys
ask-
were to search every single corner of this room.
There's another door
Okay.
up here.
That's true, there
Yeah.
is.
So 20, 25, 30. I will dash. 35. Open the door.
So you are now in this very large room that's got lots of possible hiding spots for caterpillars, and there's also another door up here.
I've decided that these doors have little pet doors in them that are exactly worm sized.
You know what they do now.
I use my action to dash, so I will get to there.
Okay. That will be the end of your turn. Astrea, you are up.
It will
Masayoshi
be.
on deck. Dettet?
No, sorry.
You're fine.
Give me 1 second here. I haven't searched this room yet. Did Liger Flips hasn't searched this room yet either.
No,
has-
Flips
has-
searched
I
this
did.
room. And he said there's no worm.
I directly said to you, "There's no worm here."
I was
There's-
slightly distracted.
The implication of worm is 0.
No, there's no implication of worms. Gotcha. Sorry, like I said, I've been a little distracted. Has Kale searched this room yet?
No, not yet.
The little room that he's in? Okay, then I'm just going to enter into there.
Mhm.
Let's see, 30 feet. I'll go, say, right here.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to go ahead and do a perception check.
Whereabouts?
Do I have
Performance.
performance check? I'm going to perform for the worms. I'm going to bottom out with my dancing.
Give those worms a show they'll never forget.
Yep. And guidance is not a bonus action, so I can't If I want to be doing that, I can't be doing that. So I guess I'll just roll my normal perception.
Okay. A
That's
12? With a 12, you are looking through these sheets, and as you're lifting up the sheet, you would knock something over and you'd hear like a little and you would see the worm run off, but to where you are not 100% sure, but you are certain it's not in this room anymore.
There was an implication of a worm here. It is implied somewhere else.
All right. So that will be the end of your turn, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Masayoshi is up. He is going to join his buddies in this room, and he is also going to make a perception check just to make sure that it didn't, like, stay in the room. He is not sure, but there are no more worm movements as of this moment. All right. Flips, you are up. Kael on deck.
Did I see a worm scurry into the room?
Go ahead and make me a perception check or an perception, actually.
Is this my action?
What's that?
This is my action?
No, go ahead.
D20, you're killing me.
Come on, D20, you got this.
That's a 5.
Hold on. You did not see a worm come into this room, but there could be a perception of worm here. An implication of worm, rather.
I'm going to stand. I'm going to stand against this back door here, and I'm going to ready an action to catch worm if it tries to run through here.
Okay, gotcha. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it's a ready action.
All right, gotcha. Kael, you are up. Astrea on deck.
Has a worm been found in this room yet?
It ran out of this room.
Yeah, I startled it and ran out.
Which way did it run, sorry?
Go ahead and make me a perception
that's
check.
a great question.
Oh, wrong one. This one. Perception.
An 18 versus that 6, you know that it went into the room south where Flips is now.
He ran that way.
Yeah.
Right,
Flips, the worm has been implied in your room.
5.
That's not an
5,
action.
15,
That's not
20,
an action, by the way.
25, 30. Can I see it?
Go ahead and make me a perception or investigation check.
I'll go with investigation.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen it in this room, Cal.
Okay. With that, you see it is immediately behind the chair over here. And I will say that you do know that
chair.
oh, right.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you can't see that? There you go. You can see that.
This chair.
Oh, I'm making fun of my perception score.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, I'm actually gonna call out to Flips. Flips. And I'm pointing. Like, I'm trying to do it in a way that the others maybe don't see. And that I'm trying to help Flips out, get a worm. And so I'd like to give him the help action if possible.
Well, I will say that Flips is currently holding an action that if a worm were to run in that direction, he would grab it.
I've got no more movement actions really to do. I mean,
do you want
the
if the investigation check is active, right?
Yes.
You could try to spook it.
I've got no more movement left to be able to get anywhere. However, so
you just clap really hard.
Yeah, I've got a whip.
Doesn't take a lot to spook an
animal. I'm gonna grab my whip and crack the whip. Then in its direction. I have a whip.
All right. You crack this whip at this poor little caterpillar that is the size of a kitten, and it immediately like scuttles away, trying to get away from you. And it would run towards Flips, and Flips, with that ready action, you are able to scoop up this caterpillar. You now have the implication of worm.
I wasn't trying to hit it, by the way.
I know,
was trying to. Yeah. Okay.
I
That would
pick
be
it
my
up
turn.
and it's okay, and I stroke and be like, it's okay, buddy.
It is vibrating.
It's just supposed to do that.
You've never seen one. You don't know.
Where
And words of Dettet. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Speaking of Dettet, you are up. Masayoshi on
All
deck.
right, all right. Well, considering the bot that they guys seem to have that all taken care of down there, I'm gonna head north
Okay.
through the door. If you want to pop that open here real quick.
Yup. So this is another really big room, but it's more long ways than it is wide. And there is again another door up here. I could reveal that maybe. It's hard to do a little
All right.
polygon.
I'll go ahead and move right here.
Okay.
And then I'll make an active perception check.
Go ahead.
That's
22.
22.
Okay,
Oh.
you are able to get down low enough to where you're able to easily scope out the floor of the room, and you do not see any of these little, any of the worms, nor do you see any of their tiny little footprints.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing in here. Move on.
Okay. So Masayoshi is up. So, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he will make a dash action over here to open up this door to reveal. Oh, hold on, come on. Be nice, do this. The last room. You can clearly see that there is a wall here, and this appears to be the last room. And currently you guys have 4 caterpillars of the 5.
Wait, we have 4 caterpillars?
1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 4 caterpillars. You have 3 of them.
Okay, I was wondering.
All right. So that will be the end of his turn. Flips, you are up. Kael on deck.
it's a
know,
really,
check out
really
the
expansive cellar for what was ostensibly a stand.
Yeah, for this
Yeah,
is
that was-
definitely, this was a tent, but you get the idea that this was like a storeroom before there was a tent on top of it, and maybe this has been here for way longer than the other tents.
You would
Is
not
there
believe
anything else?
what rent on this spot is.
Is there anything else that's kind of cool here?
Yeah, go ahead and make me
You
a,
like
make me a perception check.
Shit.
I don't want to steal anything. I just want to maybe get some dirt on this lady that I don't trust.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going ahead, Ray. It's
I know.
just not working
I'm
out.
sorry. I just wanted to let you know you can do it. You can do it if you want.
Yeah, I might as well look around because, like, I do not have enough movement to get to that last room before y'all get the
Yeah,
worm.
no, you're fine. Okay, a 4. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, really. You just see, like, lots of storage of, like, old silk that does have a really nice quality to it. Like, as you're looking at it, you notice the color shifting on it. That's about all you notice, though. All right. That's the end of your turn, I believe. Kael, you are up. Astrea on deck.
Okay, so let me select my token. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Doesn't look like we've found one in here yet.
That's correct.
Okay. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 opening this door.
Oh, the door's already open.
Oh, okay. 60. I'm gonna get
You close
into...
the door and then hold it open for Astrea.
Yeah, I'll. I mean, I haven't got an action to aid or anything like that, but yeah, I'll get to there ready to do something next turn,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
All right. Astrea, you are up. Masayoshi's on deck.
Okay, let me see here. Well, there's really not much to do other than check this room, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and move up to here using 2, 3, 4. So let's say 20 feet of movement. And I'm gonna make another active perception check.
Go for it.
And that's not nearly as impressive.
All
I don't think
right.
I've rolled anything like under a 10 today, but like damn.
No, you did before because you spooked the caterpillar, remember?
Oh yeah. No, that was a 12.
That was a 12? Oh, fair, gotcha.
Mhm.
So you're looking over in this corner and you do not see anything.
Damn.
All right. So Masayoshi is up. Dettet, go ahead. Well, no. Kevin, you do it. You do it this time. Do me a perception check, which is a d20 plus 4.
D20 plus 4.
That is a 9. Unfortunately, not enough.
13.
13?
13.
Oh, just enough. So he walks into this room without really even looking and manages to just scoop up a caterpillar from under this ottoman. And he's just showing it off to you, Astrea, like, hey, found this.
All right, we got it. We got all the caterpillars. Each of us have one.
Does Kael have one?
Okay,
Well,
didn't get
we
one.
have one for. That's not important. We have 4 caterpillars. Let's go. Everyone.
Everyone that counts got one.
Uh-huh.
Listen, we got enough caterpillars for all of us. Let's
Alright.
leave.
So
No distributing.
you guys walk back to the ladder and maybe realize, wait, it's going to be hard to carry these caterpillars upstairs while I'm going up the ladder.
Not for flips.
Yep, Flips, you get to hold the caterpillars.
I'm rolling.
Yes. Flips climbs effortlessly.
I'm rolling. Can I roll in
Let-
acrobatics to get up there, all fancy like, while still holding onto the caterpillar?
Absolutely, if you want to do that.
All right.
Can I make a bandolier? Or like,
first.
Can you make a what, Kevin?
I said a bandolier or
bandolier.
like a sash.
Yes.
Just like a baby sash.
Yes,
Like
okay.
not for me, 'cause I haven't even got one.
Dettet,
All right.
how do you
That's a 22.
carry this caterpillar up the ladder all stealth, all cool?
I'm trying to think about how to do this.
Juggling.
No. There's a cooler way of doing this.
Just putting it in your
I'm
mouth.
doing.
Juggling?
No. I'm okay. So what I'm going to do? You see that barrel right here?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the caterpillar in both hands. And how tall is the ladder? How far up does the ladder go? It's about like a 10-foot
Yeah, that's
roof.
10 foot.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, holding the caterpillar in both arms, I'm going to jump over here, bounce off this wall, flip, and then use the motion from that, land on the barrel, and then leap up into and then through the hatch, landing like right here on the upper level.
And you managed to do that. The hatch was closed, but you managed to like hit it enough to where it bonks open, and you are now.
I was gonna make sure that the hatch was open, but that's fine. Yeah, whatever.
And
Did you fucking Super Mario shell jump?
Yeah, listen, don't worry about that.
all right. Meanwhile, Astrea has just done this really cool thing. Kael will make a little bambadier for his little baby caterpillar, and will carry it up up the ladder. Are you being careful with it?
I love being a dead space fighter.
Yeah. I've got it in a sash, sort of wrapped around me, like a baby carrier grove thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember as a small elven child, when back in the days where I was happy and smiley, I had a puppy of sorts, and yeah, this is what I used to do all the time.
Aw.
You probably still have that puppy.
Well, no.
Yeah.
That was like hundreds of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm so aging so weird.
Yeah. So the caterpillar like kind of curls up into you and is like clearly enjoying the ride. Masayoshi is going to make a stealth check to see if he can like pawn his caterpillar onto Flips without him noticing. I think it's a natural one. That's why I have the players do it. So, Flips, you would see Masayoshi trying to sneak this caterpillar into your bag.
Why?
I don't want to carry it.
Okay, say that.
Okay, I don't want to carry it.
Okay,
Flips, how do you get upstairs?
I just walk. I don't need my hands. I have spider climb.
Okay, fair enough. So you guys make your way into the next room, and all of the caterpillars would immediately like crawl out from your care and would immediately start running up to this woman, and she would welcome them into her little basket of yarn and say, "Oh, you did such a good job, and they were all unharmed. Well done." And she will fish in her little side pouch that she has and draw out 4 little scarves that each have a tiny little gold piece on them that holds them together, kind of like your guys' ascot. And she will go up to each of you and she will ask you to bend down so she can properly reach you and put them around your necks.
I never realized I had an ascot and a scarf on.
Yeah, you do. Now you got a second. Now you got a second ascot.
Your neck is gonna be so strong. Like you're gonna grow up and you're gonna have like the most like muscular neck. It's not justified by anything else.
Just wait for the time skip, bro.
I mean, thank goodness she can't speak to these things, and they can tell her that Kael absolutely traumatized her with a whip.
Oh yeah, one of them's gonna need therapy.
Yeah.
I look at the one that was shaking, and I'm like, "It's okay, buddy," and then I smile politely at it, and I'm gonna roll intimidate.
Yeah, go for it.
He doesn't mean to, but he's gonna.
A 12. It wasn't a high roll, mind you, but
It's a word.
Yeah, that caterpillar absolutely like just squirts out a little bit of silk and like buries itself in the yarn.
Bruh.
All right, so that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
No, swim!
What's that?
Swim!
Oh yeah, Kevin, I asked the group and they said it was fine if we ended after Worm Game. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's I was probably going to suggest that, especially if Mike's not back as well. So.
All right, so let's go ahead and Kevin, tell us where we can find you.
Can't really find me many places.
That's why I thought it'd be funny to start with you.
Yeah, excellent. Occasionally you'll find me here with Ray, so come and check Ray out and make sure you like, follow, subscribe, use that notification bell, if that's even a thing. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ray, for running the game. It's good fun.
Of course.
Thanks a lot, everybody else. Make sure you're following all these guys and whatever they're doing as well.
Yes. Detdet, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch at StrugglePunk2. You can find me on Twitter as StrugglingPunk. You can find me on Blue Sky as StrugglePunk. Thank you guys so much. Happy to see you guys coming by. On Saturday, the day after Valentine's Day, we decided that we've had enough of love and we're deciding to end things messily as possible. So we're going to be having a 4-person Dokapon stream that day.
Yes. Liger.
Oh my god.
Liger, who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
I'm Limitless Liger on Blue Sky and Twitch, and Unlimited Liger on Twitter. Those of you that haven't followed me on Twitch, I'm 30 away from reaching my goal of 200. I want to hit that
Hold on.
by like the next month or so.
Is it
Really
Limitless Liger?
On what? Twitch?
Twitch, yes, the thing you were just advertising.
Yeah, it's Limitless Liger. Ray, are you not?
Don't even!
Oh,
You
no.
have two different names that are basically the same.
It is. Listen, it does kind of go into itself a little bit.
Yes. All right. So
Okay.
I was going to offer up the floor to you guys for who we should raid, but then I noticed Eddie is live with Bart.
Eddie's live. Let's go.
We got to because Eddie is Detted's girlfriend, and she will divorce him if we don't. All right, so let's get that raid going. Dettet, you should be in charge of the raid message. What are we saying? Should we say like implication of worm?
Implication worm.
The word we've been implied somewhere else.
We've been implied somewhere
Uh,
else. Is that what you want to say?
No.
Okay.
There's
Hey, you know what?
a lot of
What about
no. I got it.
Uh-huh.
A lot of worm implications here.
Yes, it's perfect. Hold on, I'm gonna do it to where it's got. Aw, man, that's a sucky face. I hate that emote so
Yeah.
much. You can put that in if you want. You don't have to. Be sure to tell Eddie about the implications of worms. Okay, that's everything. Thank you so much for coming in, I Spies. I will see you on the flip side. Goodbye.